The Sony Open in Hawaii marks the first full-field PGA Tour of the 2023 season. It'll showcase some of the sport's top talent. 7 of the top 25 golfers in the world are set to tee off, and that includes Jordan Spieth. Spieth hasn't played the Sony Open in Hawaii since 2019, a tough year for him. He had a little bit of a drought in that season, but overall, he's seen so much success, the most PGA Tour victories since the 2013 season. The 3-time major champ has returned to his winning ways as of late, capturing wins at the 2021 Valero Texas Open and the 2022 RBC Heritage. But is he going to start off this 2023 season on a high? Are Michael Breed and Greg DuCharme with their expectations?
Well, the Sony Open is this week at Waialae, and there are a lot of players, Greg, that we're looking at, Greg DuCharme, Michael Breed, that we think are going to be of interest. But I want to talk about 3 specifically, and I want to start with Jordan Spieth. I think for a variety of reasons, Jordan to me is a very interesting guy because he's one of those guys that when he was creating this Hall of Fame career that he built in a very short period of time, it seems like all facets of his game were fantastic. He drove the ball nicely. His iron play was fantastic. His short game was brilliant, that he made everything that he looked at. And then around like 2018-19, we started to see him struggling a little bit, trying to find a swing, trying to commit to, look, we know about the shot at Augusta, trying to get one single shot shape and not just play, hey, hit it straight and let it fall one way or the other. And then all of a sudden things kind of got out of whack. And then it became, to your point, and I think you talk about this so well, the whack-a-mole experience that Jordan dealt with.
Yeah, and this is exactly, you mentioned the shot in 2016. I believe, and we've had many discussions, how that led to this. He has a little bit of a hard time with an iron shot, ends up hitting it into Rays Creek and loses the Masters. Well, the very next year in 2017, he's second on the PGA Tour in strokes gain approach. He attacks that area of his game, but then the putting starts to lose the putting at the same time.
And that's what we've seen happen with him now. He puts his attention to one area, and it's almost like he puts so much attention over here that he forgets about this other area. And all of a sudden, the ball striking suffers. And now we're going to change the ball striking, and now the putting suffers. And so 2 years ago, he goes out and he wins again, and you're thinking, okay, you know what, Jordan, just don't mess with this now. Just keep this as it is. The putter is great. The ball striking is good enough. Well, he decides it's not good enough. And last year he goes out and he decides to change it. And he wins, but the putter suffers quite a bit. And last year, 3 of the 4 categories he's gaining strokes in, but the putter was not very good at all.
No, and this is now the question. Are we going to see this again and last week we didn't really get any evidence of this, but are we going to see a big improvement in putting, which he's been able to do before, make big jumps in putting, and then are we going to see that cost him what he's gained off the tee last year? And that it starts to become a problem if that happens. But if he can make incremental improvements with the putter and that swing change holds up, then I mean, we're in pretty good shape, right?
And the thing, when I look at Jordan, I don't look at Jordan as, I mean, we haven't seen Jordan switch from left-hand low to right-hand low, or let's go to an arm lock putter, or do it. The only thing that we've seen him do is when he has those shorter putts where he was looking at the hole, he's now decided, I don't need to look at the hole anymore, and I'm just going to do this. And that, to me, is one of the reasons why I feel good about this year. And I feel good that he's going to change that putting. We're going to start to see him gain in all of those areas, because it's not necessarily a technique thing as much as it's a time allocation.
So when you see him looking at the golf ball on a short putt instead of at the hole on a short putt, is that a sign to you that he trusts his stroke more?
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you, when I see Jordan stand over a putt inside of 6 feet, I am not calm. I can promise you that. I am not thinking this is going in. There's always a little bit of a doubt. That's just what. It's not like watching Jason Day, back 5 years ago, where he's standing over that thing going, I'll bet you everything I own, this one's going in the hole. It's not quite like that. But I do have a tremendous amount of confidence in Jordan Spieth this week, because I do think coming off of that tied 13 finish last week, the putter cooperated. He gained strokes in 3 of the 4 rounds, and I think he started to show a little bit of confidence on greens that are not easy greens to putt on, and I think he's going to continue that this week. And I have said this before, and I believe this. I think he's going to win this week. I really think that this is Jordan Spieth's week this week, just because the ball striking is going to be there, and I think the putter is going to cooperate.
And are you craving more golf? We'll check out the course record with Michael Breed. You can find it on CBS Sports Network. Unique analysis and commentary getting you ready for the biggest storylines in golf.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.